In the year 2040, one hero fights to save our dying planet, the Phantom.
Through all the generations of phantoms, one principle has been first above all others. That the phantom shall never take a human life, because to kill would make the phantom no better than those he fights.
Defend yourself like a man.
And for almost 500 years, from the time of the first phantom to the 13th phantom we see here, to you, kid, the 24th phantom today, no phantom has deliberately broken that pledge. End virtual reality program.
Yeah, but what if my own life is in danger? What if killing is the only way I can stay alive to save someone else?
For the phantom, killing is never the only way. You can always withdraw to fight again later.
But Aunt Eloise, what if it's impossible for me to withdraw?
Kid, Eloise, you must come to communications at once. We're picking up a rather unusual message for the Phantom.
Jack, what's so unusual about it?
It's from the Phantom.
That's not me.
We know that. He looks like some wirehead has a weird sense of humor.
Or what?
Or nothing. The Phantom has always had enemies who seek to dishonor his name through trickery and deceit.
But look at the face suit he's wearing. Wouldn't an imposter try to look exactly like me? I mean, this guy doesn't. Can you make the transmissions any clearer, Sparks?
I'm working on it. If I filter the signal through the virtual reality system and put the sound through the analyticals...
The future's only hope.
Got it!
Phantom in the year 2040. This is the future calling.
The future? This is nonsense.
Gran, shh.
I have vital information for you from the year 2157. And because of it, there is something I must ask you to do.
Sparks, can he see us?
Not a chance. It's strictly a one-way recorded message.
Before I transmit details, I must know if you have received this signal. If you can hear me now, place the Phantom's mark in the Sentinel's shield. I will find it in my future time. This you must do, for the Phantom is the future's only hope.
What's the Sentinel's shield?
I would guess he means the Sentinel of Liberty in Metropia Harbor. It must still be standing there 117 years in the future.
A message from the future. Is that possible, Jack?
There's nothing in modern physics that says time travel is impossible. Only difficult.
Ah! It is a trick, Phantom.
Yeah, but if it is Garan, then what's the point of it? And my curiosity says we should try to discover what that point is.
No other traffic on the screen. Can I say it, kid, please?
It's all yours, buddy.
Hero, engage Phantom mode. Wow!
Hunter-Killer 27 has positive sighting of the Phantom. Engaging destruct program.
Kid, something's gaining on us.
I don't think so.
Hunter-Killer 27 in ramming mode.
Which means the Enforcers won't interfere when tonight's shipment is smuggled in at Sikorsky Field.
Good. I'm tired of having to depend on Sean 1 for weapons-grade crystals. The sooner we can cut ourselves off from him... Graft, I was talking!
It's a real-time feed from one of our spy freighters. A Hunter-Killer has spotted the Phantom. It'll detonate when it gets within 5 meters of him.
Make it 1 meter. I don't want enough of him left to make a stain on the sidewalk.
Good idea. Any job worth doing is worth doing well.
Have the scanners identified the pilot of that cycle?
Yes! The pilot is a buyout. No life form readings at all.
That's all I need to know.
Target is closing. Preparing for self-detonation. Hunter-Killer 27 is proud to have fulfilled its programming. Programming error. The Phantom's vehicle is armed.
So long, pal. It's been a blast.
Abort. Fail. Retry.
Prepare to launch message disk.
Launching disc, now!
Hero to base. Coming home. Say it, Sparks.
Run digital camouflage!
That was interesting. Analytical. Play back the Phantom flying past the Sentinel of Liberty. Freeze frame and enlarge.
Whatever that is, Graft. I want it.
This silver disk is the object the Phantom shot at the Sentinel.
I can see what it is, Graft. What's it there for?
Why should I know?
Because I want to know. Just because you stole my Sector Zero files, don't think you've escaped my control. Don't forget that most of your body still belongs to Maximum Inc. And I can get the rest of it anytime I want. So have a nice day, Graft, and get my answers. Or else.
I left the disk on the Sentinel.
We know.
Oh, about 20 minutes ago, we started receiving a new message.
Sparks tried to lock onto the source of the transmission, but it seems to be coming from everywhere.
Which is exactly what we should expect to find if this signal really is from the future.
But it is our actions in the present that create our future. How can the future already exist before we have taken those actions?
Perhaps in the future, they have found the answer to that question.
Whoa, whoa, power down, you two. Let me hear the new message.
Analytical, begin playback.
I found the silver disk, and now that I know that you are receiving my transmission, I must tell you of the future of your world. Earth in the year 2157 is a devastated wasteland. Only a handful of humans still survives. A privileged few are safe within Cyberville, but the rest are trapped outside, scavenging through the polluted ruins of civilization, desperate for food, even air. And all this has come about because Rebecca Madison has succeeded in bringing on the Maximum Era.
I didn't stop her.
Thus I come to my request for you, my plea for you. After you hear what I have to say, leave another disc at the Sentinel with your answer. But for the sake of the future, for the sake of the Earth, you have no choice. The only way to save the world is to stop the Maximum Era from ever beginning. And to do so, you must turn your back on the Phantom's pledge. You must kill Rebecca Madison.
I told you this was a hoax. No Phantom would ever go against the Phantom's pledge to never kill. It is unthinkable.
Still, if taking the life of one person means saving everyone else on the planet...
Eloise, what are you saying?
Garad, don't worry. Before I do anything, I'm going to leave my great-great-grandson another message. But not one that he is expecting. Hypercycle. Lock and find.
I am disappointed that you do not yet believe me. But if you truly need more proof that I speak from the future, then so be it. History records that on this very night, at Sikorsky Field, Rebecca Madison will receive an illegal shipment of weapons crystals from an orbital platform. If you destroy these crystals, you will delay Cyberville's completion by 3 months.
My, Baudelaire. For once, it looks as if one of the Tin Man's schemes will actually work.
You're only an observer on this run, kid. I can always make you swim home.
Ah, now that's more like it.
There he is.
Capture! Release! Lock! Fire!
Mother is positively going to have kittens. Oh, no offense.
Kid, I've got a lock on the source of the signals, and they're not from Earth.
Does that mean they're from the orbital platforms?
I checked that first. They're coming from deep space on a modulated tachyon beam. It's even tuned to resonate with the Lair's data systems.
But who or what would send such signals?
Here we go. New message coming in.
I see you acted on my information and destroyed the crystals. History now records that Cyberville was completed 87 days later than before.
Ha! Analytical. Freeze message. Garan, you were right. It is a hoax, no question.
How can you be sure, Jack?
If Kit changed the future by destroying Rebecca's crystals, how could this Phantom still know about the other future in which the crystals weren't destroyed?
Yeah, but if this Phantom can send a message through time, who knows what other technology he might have? We're right back to where we started.
Answer me, Graft! Other than my darling son and me, the only person on Earth who knew when that shipment was arriving was you!
When you wreck the world's ecosystem, I plan to live in Cyberville too. So why would I help the Phantom delay its construction?
Not that I don't enjoy seeing Graft get into trouble, but what if the Phantom found out about the shipment another way? After all, he has been known to use spies as knowledgeable as mine, Mother.
How knowledgeable, Max?
Well, I've just learned that Mr. Akira and the rest of your Cyberville investors are secretly meeting in New Tokyo, even as we speak.
Without me?
The one for whom this special meeting has been called will walk among us in little more than an hour. Before he does, we have much to do. Let us begin with a discussion of the status of our partner in Cyberville, Rebecca Madison.
What if my investors are trying to deal me out? To take over Cyberville themselves?
Well, you know what they say, Mother. You can take the girl out of Cyberville, but you can't take Cyberville out of the girl.
Are you saying you don't think they can take Cyberville away from me?
Mother, with all the delays the Phantom has caused, I think your investors are looking for a new way to survive the Maximum Era. If they're smart, they're probably considering leaving Earth entirely to go out into space with Sean 1 and the free orbitals.
Never! I won't allow it! I'm going to New Tokyo myself and convince them I'm still their best hope for survival. Raft! Prep a Delta Clipper for immediate departure. I want to be in New Tokyo in an hour. And just in case I have to be persuasive...
I know the exact combat configuration I'll need.
The only way we're going to be sure of anything is if we listen to the rest of the message.
I agree. Analytical. Continue message.
Listen carefully. I made a mistake back in 2040. I should have broken the Phantom's code and killed Rebecca when I had the chance. But now you, my younger self, have a second chance to correct that mistake.
That's enough. Freeze message.
There, you see, I told you.
You told them?
Am I missing something?
Those in this room know that the Phantom's legacy is handed down from father to son, so that each generation has its own new Phantom.
But this guy's talking like he thinks there's only ever been one Phantom.
The man who cannot die.
Look, before we all start feeling too proud of ourselves, we still don't know why someone went to all this trouble to get me to kill Rebecca. Analytical. Continue message.
History records that on this day, Rebecca Madison attended a meeting of Cyberville investors in New Tokyo. This will be your only chance to kill her.
There. Now you know why. This has all been a plot to ambush you in New Tokyo.
So all I have to do now is go there and find out who wants to ambush me.
That would be reckless. To go is to play your enemy's game.
Yeah, but my enemy doesn't know that I know it's a trap. That makes it my game now. And I'm playing to win.
I can wait no longer. I demand we vote to continue funding Cyberville.
No, the other option has its advantages. We'll be free of the Earth once and for all.
Please, be calm. We will make no decisions until our honored guest has arrived.
Akira! How dare you mean that? And just who is this honored guest you're waiting for?
I am. Your investors have obviously wearied of you and your selfish earthbound plans. They want the freedom of space and the stars.
Get a life, Sean. The future of humanity will always be on Earth, not up in some drifting pile of space trash.
My free orbital nations are humanity's only hope for the future. A future you'll never see.
That's far enough, Stringer.
Sean, I don't think you've met my chief of security in the flesh. What little flesh he has, that is.
Half man, half machine, but still completely useless.
I hope you don't mind me shedding a little light on the situation. Capture!
Welcome to New Tokyo, Phantom. You honor us by choosing to come here to die.
Why do I already hear Garan say, "I told you so"?
Yeah!
Energy blades?
I believe in blending the best of the past and the present to create the best future. A man of your many years will surely agree. Yes?
I'll get back to you. Sorry to do this, but I believe in recycling everything.
Your life is in danger. As your chief of security, I advise you to leave.
Don't be ridiculous. The Phantom can't kill me. It's against his precious code of honor, which is exactly why I'm going to beat him, Graft. Eventually.
Now, where were we?
Getting ready to take you apart.
You're the one who always goes to pieces, Graft.
Give up now, and I guarantee your death will be painless. I won't feel a thing.
Maybe this is one of those times Aunt Eloise was talking about. Can't get a clean shot with all these people around. Can't risk hurting any of them. Not even Rebecca's investors. That's it. Call off your dog, Rebecca.
I can't. He's off his leash.
The only way Graft will get me is by coming through your investors. And if you let even one of them die, how will the others ever trust you again?
Graft! Let him go.
No, not this time.
Watch it, Graft! Or you won't have a leg to stand on.
That's better. Now it's time I put an end to this once and for all.
You're bluffing. As usual.
Not this time. You see, I already know what's supposed to happen today.
Everybody, get down. The Phantom's going to kill Rebecca.
Smart gun. Lateral fire. Engage! So, how are things in the year 2157, Sean?
How did you figure it out?
Why, Sean, you told me yourself. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'm history.
You belly-crawling crust dwellers, help me up!
Akira-san, maybe this is a good time to discuss the color of your apartment in Cyberville.
As I have often said, Miss Madison, there is no time like the present.
How did you know it was Sean?
I didn't. Not until he shouted out a warning that I was going to kill Rebecca. Everyone knows the Phantom doesn't kill. Only the person behind all this would think that I might.
Sparks finally locked on to the source of the messages. Sean beamed the tachyons to us and to where Earth will be in 2157, all at the same time.
That's what made it so hard to find out where the signal actually came from.
Sean could watch the Sentinel of Liberty from space, so he knew whenever I dropped a disc there. And he was the one who shipped the crystals to Rebecca. I mean, it all makes sense now.
At the heart of all mysteries, the truth can always be found. If one looks hard enough, Phantom, everything makes sense.
Including the Phantom's pledge.